Hello my loves, welcome to Healer's Heart Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Keep in mind that it will not resonate with everyone, so just take it how it resonates to your story so that you don't become confused. Welcome back my fam bam, how are you? I hope you guys are doing good. And if you do subscribe during this reading, welcome to my fam bam, you guys. I love you guys so much. This reading, don't get mad at me, is going to be a little different than the ones I've been doing in the past. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on your chakras this week and what needs to be cleared out in order for you to start feeling better about the direction you're going or moving into. Because I'm feeling a lot of confusion just around the collective in general. And I feel like if we all got in touch with what's really going on and the problem of it all, then I think it would be so much easier for us to remove it, right? Yeah. All right, my loves, I'm going to pray really fast and then we'll start. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but if you're looking for a personal reading from me or a ritual, all the information for that is listed below. Keep in mind they are self-healing rituals. I do not do them for you. I don't perform them for you. I just get it together and send it your way, ship it your way. It goes anywhere from, it's every single ritual is personalized specifically to your energy. So they do come with a reading. The 5555 comes with a 15 to 20 minute reading. And the mini ritual comes with a 5 to 10 minute reading. All right, my love. So if you're interested, all the information for that is below. If you're confused, just send me a text. All right, I'm gonna pray because I don't know why I got very emotional right now, my Libras. This is not. I mean, we're moving into the full moon, so I get it. All right. As I drift, my third eye opens, blinking open truth. My dreams are my guide. My intuition is high. The knowledge that I gain are the answers that I seek. Spirit, open my third eye so that I can see the truth. Please open my crown chakra with divine light. Taking this time to invite in the divine light of God, spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Only the energy of love and light is welcome. Negative energy must leave my home now. Spirit, I ask that you please come into this reading, bless this reading, make this your message only. You know the intention and the purpose behind this reading and what needs to come through. Please remove me of any judgment, doubts, fears, insecurities. Give me clear, direct messages to get Libra back into alignment with their higher selves, and most importantly, you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, my loves, take the ones that resonate with you, okay? Please do not take all of them, because then you'll become very confused, and that's not my fault. All right, Spirit, tell me what needs to be cleared out of the root chakras. So the root chakra is your security, how stable you feel, how grounded you feel. If you feel fear, if you feel anxiety, if you feel just disconnected from the world, if you don't feel safe in your environment, a lot of the times it comes from that. From you not grounding yourself. One of the best ways to ground yourself, you Libra, is through breathing. All right, breathing exercises are amazing for you guys. Meditation, breathing exercises during meditation is also a way for you to cleanse out your chakras. Just in general, just FYI. I also feel some of you have a lot of earth in your chart, so if you walk around barefoot outside, that also helps, you know, kind of skin to skin with mama. All right, the rebel. So the root chakra can also be, there could be an issue, and it could be stemming from father issues for a lot of you. You could have had a father that was extremely controlling, kind of was very possessive, took over a lot of the things that you were doing. So it's very hard for you to now be that way, or maybe you struggle if you are with somebody that is the same way, or you yourself, you're starting to see yourself resemble some of those things, or maybe it's your father and your mother, and you're kind of taking the energy of very toxic, or the energy is coming off a little toxic masculine. Here with change, I feel like you recognize what needed to change, but I feel like whoever is triggering this in you, you could be getting triggered a lot by your father right now. But I just feel like it's a lot to handle. You're extremely stressed. There's a lot going on. You want to take charge. Maybe you grew up in a home where there was no father there, or there was no, and you always had to take control. Maybe you, like, remember how I said, or it could be a mother, but it's coming off from you as a little bit toxic masculine. It could be that when your father left, you had to take that role of your father regardless. Like maybe you had to help with the kids, or you had to help with, you started working or something like that. But you had to take the role on regardless of what gender you are, okay? Because when a parent leaves, it doesn't matter. Some child is always picking up the slack. That always happens. So it almost feels like that, like, and now you're so used to freaking tiring, like working yourself to death for everybody else. And it's like you're trying to find the courage for you to no longer be like this and feel stuck like this. Look at you. You feel exhausted. And the fucked up thing is whoever you're performing for is about to pop your bubble. Like it's about to happen. It's about to fall. Like you're really stressed out and you're exhausted, and it's because you're trying to keep everything together. And I feel like the universe is saying you can't do that anymore. At least you can't do it by yourself, and you don't have to. We got you. We're here. Use us. But I feel like, Libra, you're very resistant to Spirit's help. Maybe it's just because maybe when you were younger, you prayed and prayed and prayed, and a lot of things didn't come through. So in your mind, you feel like every time you pray, or every time you feel like you leave it on God's hands, you feel like it doesn't happen. But you don't understand, some of those things just were not meant to happen. And you don't know what would have happened, or how. It's kind of like the way that I always love to connect to that is like we all have that ex that we look at and we're like, fucking A, man, I'm so fucking happy that I did not get my way and you did not come back to me like I wanted you to, and things like that. Like we all have that thing, right? And so it's almost the same thing. Like that's the energy that I'm feeling from it. But I do feel like you're going to be clearing yourself out from it, because it's just you weren't able to see what couldn't happen, or what wasn't meant to be that in that way. But you're taking control of that, and you're doing an amazing job. It's just that you need to balance yourself out. I feel like a lot of time management needs to come in, Libra, or something like that, where or maybe you need to cut some shit out, but you're doing way too fucking much. You're exhausted. All right, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Somebody else got that. Somebody else got something similar. Okay, Spirit, tell me about the sacral chakra. Now I'm hearing this song by Britney Spears every time. Free Britney! No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm serious, but I'm just kidding about screaming. Spirit, tell me about the sacral chakra. Okay, the Nine of Swords. Some of you, there's a connection that you haven't been able to release yourself from. I also feel like a lot of you are holding on to it. Your sacral is your creativity, your connection to source, your creative energy flows through there, but at the same time, it's your connection to others. For example, when a child is first born, they are born with their root chakra turned on, and that's the only chakra that they have at that's on in that moment. From what I've read and studied, okay, from what I read and studied, in my experience actually, and what I've seen in children and kids, because since I've learned that, I've been trying to like study it with every child that I know. Anyway, so the root chakra is turned on, and then once they put the child on the mother's chest and the child feels connected to the mother, then the sacral chakra turns on. When you feel connection, that warmness with another person, and you allow yourself to be loved and you allow yourself to love. It's like your open center where you receive the energy and you embrace it. Some of you are struggling with that. Maybe your parents weren't loving. Maybe they didn't give you a lot of encouragement. Maybe they didn't give you a lot of love. And I know a lot of people say like, oh, whatever, your childhood doesn't, stop. It does. And if it takes you 30 years to become a specific person, why do people think that you can change in a day? You can't. It's unrealistic. It's impossible, and sets you up for failure. So every time you fail, you're going to just be like, fuck it, I'm going to fail anyway. So what's the point in trying? So instead of looking at it that way, I feel like it's more, it comes easier when you understand and when you look at it versus just say, oh, fuck it, well, it happened. You can't just, oh, fuck it, well, it happened. You'll go back and you said, okay, What life choice, or what did I choose to become that, like, what did I need to learn from this specific situation? What did my mom learn? What did my dad learn? What did this person learn? What did everybody learn in this situation? What did it teach us? Even if you cannot find a reason, look for one. It is so much easier to stay there angry, but holy shit, are you amplifying that within you, and you feel sorrow. When you can't let go of that, when you don't want to look at it and find a reason for why it happened or why hurt people, then you stay here and you can't get out of it. Tell me more. See, my loves, that's all you're feeling there. It's about letting go and having trust that just because you're not there to witness their karma doesn't mean that they're not getting any. It doesn't mean that they're not going to hurt by it, or that they're not. Trust me, judgment day will come, but it's going to come when they feel the exact pain that you felt that they gave to you. That's what judgment day is. It's not God judging us. It's us being able to feel what other people felt when we hurt them. It's us being able to see through other people's eyes and see ourselves for the true version of ourselves, and like outside of us, because we all have a perfect view of ourselves. We all think we're a specific way, but we're not. And we find that out in Judgment Day when we see ourselves through other people. And I feel like it's time to let go, because they will feel that. They will see how they've hurt you. It's not yours to carry. And they will go through their sorrow. And they will want to come back and repay you. That's what karma is about. I see what I've done to them. Let me go back. I need to go back and I need to pay them again. But you holding on to it as of right now is just causing you a lot of sorrow. For some of you, this could have been sexual abuse. It was just, in general, it was a lot of pain. I'm picking up a lot of different stories that has a lot, like, it could be you being bullied. It could be that you were a lonely child and nobody ever wanted to play with you. Nobody wanted to be around you, and you just always felt so alone, and you grew up and it just stayed that way, and you don't know how to get out of it anymore. That could also be another one that I'm getting here. So it could be I'm getting a lot of different stories, but I'm going to go with those two. And then we're moving to the solar plex chakra. Like I said, only go with the ones that resonate with you. So now I have the mind. Some of you are very stuck, go back and forth often about what you really want to do, like the path you really want to take, where you really want to go, who you really want to be with, what you really want to do, who you want to be, all this stuff. Sorry, hold on. That one hit. Alright. So I have mind with solar plex chakra. Excuse me. Yeah, so right now, okay, your solar plex chakra. So going back to what I was saying about the child being born with the root and the soul and the sacral chakra on. So around the terrible 2s, terrible 3s, that's when the solar plex chakra starts turning on, because the child starts to want, like, they start to run off of will. Like will alone. They start to want to be the cause of everything, right? Of everything, literally. That's why every single time you ask a kid, like, why did you do that? They say, because they don't ever have a reason. They just do it. They see it and they do it. And that's because everything in their mind wants to explore everything. And that's because the solar plex chakra tells them that they can. And when we're constantly being told no, when we're constantly, like, breaking down our kids' ideas or anything like that, it shuts that one off and does this. Now, I'm not saying don't teach your kids right from wrong, but it goes back to that thing of show them this way versus telling them no. Like, teach them this way. Tell them, you know what, this is better, or that's not okay because of this. Always giving a reason. Like giving them the because. But I feel like right now you're not sure which direction to go. There's a tug of war between your heart and your brain. It's not, I don't want to say that. I think it's more between your ego and your heart. I don't want to say it's between your heart and your brain, because your brain is telling you to go with your heart. Like, your brain will always tell you to go with your heart. Your higher self, your higher source will always say that. But your ego will tell you, but what if you get hurt? But what if this happens? But what if that happens? And your will, when it's on, like, when your solar plex chakra is aligned very well, then when your ego says, but what if this happens? Then your chakra kicks in right away. Your intuition kicks in right away and says, I can handle it. If it does happen, I've been there before, I can do it again. But if it's not aligned, then you say, oh, if it happens to me, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go crazy, and I don't know. The world is too sensitive for me to be saying the things that I was going to say. Tell me, okay, so right now, well, actually, let's look into that. All right, Spirit, what are they stuck in between? What is Libra stuck in between? What is their intuition telling them to do? Oh, let's do that. Yeah, what is their intuition telling them to do? Ah, freaking A. I hurt my back yesterday. It hurts. It hurts. Alright, Spirit, tell me. That's also why I'm smoking a lot right now. Spirit, tell me about this. Not yesterday, the day before. Yeah, it's been going on for 2 days. Tell me. Ooh. The Tower in reverse is telling them about a tower or situation. Hey, remember this? Remember when it fell? You don't want to go through that again. It hasn't even happened. But somebody would rather just avoid it. Like, I don't even want to go through that. I don't want to go in that direction. Two of Swords, yeah, very stuck in between. The Two of Swords is a card of someone going and literally sitting in, like, for me, the way that I see it is like, I'm not gonna move, and someone like kind of throwing a tantrum and sitting down and like crossing their arms, like, no, I'm not doing it. That's the way that I've always seen it. But of course there's like different ways of looking at it, but it's kind of like that. Like, I'm not gonna do it until I know 100% sure that I'm gonna get the candy. Like, that type of energy. Like, no, I don't want to go. Oh my goodness. The Four of Cups, yeah, you see, I feel like the universe is offering it, and they're like, do I like this? Do I like this flavor? Like, they're asking God, what flavor is it, before they're taking the cup. That's no. What's on the, okay, so that could be you, Libra, where like the universe is trying to offer you something and you're just flat out saying no, even though this is like a true blessing. Oh my God. I'm telling you, your intuition is telling you, jump on it. Go, go, go. Like, get whatever this is. Do it. For some of you, this could be marriage. Like, you may be asking somebody to marry you, or somebody could be asking you to marry them. But I feel like there's such a tug of war for this person. They don't know what to do. Spirit, what is on the other side? Okay, what is their spirit telling them to do? What is their spirit telling them to do? The Death card, stop being scared. It's time to transform. It's time to change. It's time to be different. It's time to be the person you really want to be. Stop being scared. I just heard stop lagging. The Seven of Wands, stop being so overprotective. You don't have to protect yourself from this person. They're not going to hurt you, and you know that. It's like you're very, they would have hurt you a long time ago. They would have left you a long time ago. This is a wish fulfillment that you're very, like, low-key afraid of. You see? Seven of Wands with the Nine of Cups. Tell me more. Spirit, tell me more. Thank you. See, Chariot, I think that some of you might have to move towards this. Some of you might... There might be an actual move that happens. Like, maybe the universe is telling you that it's time for you to move, because in order for you to have this wish fulfillment, you have to get out of that mentality. You see, Two of Wands. You're literally stuck in between. Do I go? But I'm really scared. I don't want to go unless I know I'm going to get the fucking candy. Like, it's really that type of energy. And I feel like the universe is low-key looking at it like a tantrum. So that could be you, or it could be your person. But somebody keeps postponing their happiness. And at the bottom of the deck, it's Libra. So I don't know, my loves. It might be you. It's time to go through a rebirth. It's time to accept your destiny, my loves. Because it's happening. It's happening. And you have to look at it all over from the very, like, with innocent eyes and everything. Let me know how that goes. That was a different one. All right, Spirit, tell me what needs to be cleared out of the heart chakra for Libra. Again, take the ones that resonate with you. If all of them resonate with you, great. But if they don't, just don't take it. Can't stress that enough. Spirit, if you want to do one of these personal readings, then that's different. They're 30 minutes long, so pay for the 33.33. Spirit, tell me about the heart chakra. What needs to be cleared out of the heart chakra? Gracias. Receptivity. You need to open yourself up. It's time to forgive. It's time to understand. It's time to give more of yourself, because I feel like over the last, not give more of yourself as in like go and do stuff for people, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying give more of yourself to yourself. It's time for you to open yourself to your real self. I don't know if I just went all over in a big ass circle, but if you open yourself up to the reality of you, it's going to be easier for you to understand and be open to the reality of the world. And forgive the world. Consciousness. Yeah, the universe is trying to get you up there. Ace of Swords. It's time for you to open up your mind. And the thing is that in order for you to open up your mind, you need to see yourself for who you really are. And that's the only way for you to get to that place. That place of awareness where you want to be at peace, where you want to forgive. Yes, peace comes. Thing is, people have in their mind that if, like, once I reach enlightenment or once I feel like this, I'm going to be completely happy. There's not going to be any problems. I'm going to manifest complete happiness. Look at all of these people that are living their dreams and they're living in these big ass houses and all this other stuff, and they're not worried anymore. But it's not that problems don't come up anymore. They come up in different areas, right? Because money at that point doesn't matter to you. Once you get to that place where you are living that way, it doesn't matter. You don't think about it that way. So we move our awareness into a different part of our lives because we're used to always looking at problems. That part of ourselves just doesn't go away. So I feel like it's almost like the universe is trying to help you open up to a lot of things, because you could be winning in some areas, but it's like you have to forcefully look for something, Libra, or you're putting yourself in a place where, like, maybe it's just hard for you to not be open to other people right now, or maybe you're judging a little more than you usually would. Like, I don't know, other people, because remember, we judge what we are. That's the only, we don't recognize anything that we're not. I just feel like the universe is trying to open yourselves up, you guys up to new levels of awareness. And I feel like you can't bring because resentment, jealousy, envy, although those are very unnatural, like, emotions, if they get out of hand and you allow it to take over you, then it amplifies within you. And you can't open yourself up when you're in that energy. It's physically impossible, because the energy, the negative energy that you're carrying around with you is so dense. And it keeps you stagnant, low. And I'm not saying you can't move. It just happens a lot slower. Just a lot slower. And so the universe is saying it's time to let that go. It's time to let go of the resentment. It's time to let go of the... it's time to let go of the anger, of the frustration, of the... just in general, the things that you've been feeling. It's time to let it go, my loves. And the only way you're able to do that is by looking at them, is by looking directly at them and asking yourself, like, what did I learn from this? Why did this, finding the silver lining in everything that hurts you, that's the way you heal. Miracles are a new perspective, like, and it's a change in your mind. It's a change in your thoughts. Because you can find a $100 bill in the middle of the street, but if you don't think it's special, then it won't be. Right? There's a lot of people that are like, okay. But I'm not saying, like, not lost money. Don't take lost money. I'm just giving you guys an example. Like, it's all about the mind and the mirror. Like, yeah. So tell me what needs to be cleared out of the throat chakra. There's a lot of sadness here, though. Because I feel like you guys, or whoever I'm reading for, you really do want to open yourself up to love. But what's preventing you is the fact that you see yourself so separate from everyone. What happens when you're able to finally see yourself is you're able to love them because you love yourself in them. Like, you don't look at somebody and you're like, oh, look at that person fucking drinking. Like, they're fucking disgusting. They're gross. They're this. You don't look at them like that anymore. You look at them and you're like, damn, I remember when that was me. And I remember how much pain I felt when I was doing that. And I remember how much pain I caused because of how confused and lost I was. And even though we don't have the same story, I can relate just that much. And because I can relate just that much, I can love you. I can love you because I know that if you see my throat chakra, because of you guys, is really acting up. Somebody's going to have a really hard time doing that, but it's necessary. It is necessary. You're going to be victorious in that. You're going to let it go. You're going to release yourself from it, and you're going to survive. Like, you're just going to come out thriving. Spirit, tell me about the throat chakra. See, isolation. A lot of things that you haven't been wanting to say, and you pull yourself away from people because you don't want that connection. Your throat chakra is your feelings. Everything that you, like, being able to identify your feelings, being able to speak your truth. When you talk to somebody and you don't speak up and say something in your throat, that knot in your throat, that's an expression for a reason. It's because the moment we don't talk about it or say something in totality, like jump all the way in, not just halfway in, then things happen. But you're afraid. You're afraid of opening yourself up. You're afraid of looking vulnerable. You're afraid of that what you feel and what you think won't be open. Like, people won't be open to you. But oh my God, will they love you? And you will feel so much closer to them because of it. Look at this card. You're going to feel so much closer to them because of it. Like, at some point, you're going to feel in isolation. Like, you're going to be in isolation, and you're going to feel completely alone. You probably feel this way right now. And angry at yourself because you're thinking about so many. This is Judgment Day right here. This is Judgment Day. Right now, a lot of you could be thinking, or this is not going to apply for everyone, okay? But a lot of you could be thinking about how you were wrong in a relationship, and you're starting to see how you were not perfect. And how a lot of the things that happened did happen because of you. And I'm not saying this is for everyone, okay? I'm just giving you as an example. And then here, with totality, you realize, like, okay, in order for me to be able to find someone that, or in order for someone to be able to trust me, or for me to be able to find that, I have to jump all the way in. I can't be half in, half out. I have to be able to trust that the other person's going to catch me. And they do. That's the beautiful part of it, because they do. And I feel like it opens you up for you to finally being able, like, to finally be able to feel what you've been feeling for a really long time. Like, things that you see, it gives you a completely new vision of yourself, of your life, and where you're going. It doesn't keep you stagnant anymore. It doesn't keep you stuck. You open yourself up to a new vision of yourself. I freaking love it. I'm telling you, at first it's scary as shit, but you do it. You do it. Spirit, tell me about the third eye chakra. All right, what's blocking the third eye chakra? So your third eye is your psychic eye. You being able to see the future is normal. You being able to read somebody's mind is normal. You being an empath is normal. All of that is normal. It's just that it's a muscle you have to train. And you have to eat right in order for you to have a healthy pineal gland. So I have friendliness, which is the Two of Cups, turning in. Breakthrough. Holy shit, finally. Look at you aligning yourself with the frequencies and everything. Finally turning off the outside world. Because look at everything that was influencing you, Libra. You were being influenced by everything and everybody. And I feel like finally you aligned yourself and you're like, okay, I only need to hear my higher self, and I don't like me, my higher self, and whoever I pray to. Like, that's who needs to be in connection with this. And that's what you did, and you allowed your emotions to flow. Some of you opened yourselves up and went to tell somebody, or you're finally able to see yourself again with somebody, because you're going to be reaching out to somebody, letting them know how you feel about them. And I feel like although you're afraid that it's not going to be taken. At this point, you don't care. You're going to take that leap of faith anyway. I can't say that it is going to be accepted or not, because I don't think the other person knows yet. I think the other person is still half in, half out. So I think you're aware that they might say no, but I think that you are also open to it. Spirit, tell me what needs to be cleared out of the crown chakra. My loves, you guys also need to be a little bit more patient with Spirit. Understand that it comes, there's no such thing as time. So it's not when Spirit wants to bring it in. It's when you manifest it, believe that it can be here, and actually bring it towards you. The universe is already creating it the moment you think about it. It's just that you have to open yourself up and continue to choose that, because if at any point you choose something different, it's like you're getting out of the line to go get something else, and then you want to jump back in the line, and no, you have to go all the way to the back of the line. No special treatment. Like, get your ass back there. And some of you are like, no, Spirit, I should go to the front of the line because I just went to go get something really fast. I thought I wanted to go do that, but I don't. I want to do this. And Spirit is like, okay, well, go to the back of the line. And it takes you that much longer, and it gets you a little irritated and frustrated, and it's time to get out of that. Spirit, tell me what needs to be cleared out of the crown chakra. There's a lot of projection going on. Yeah, and I feel like some of you are, it's like I said, it's that connection. It's been hard for you to see yourselves in other people. It's time to be more understanding. I'm not saying that you guys are not, and it's just, that's going to be one of the biggest things that is going to cause a lot more. It's going to weigh you down, and it's going to slow you down. See, success, you can't do it alone though. You need the world. You need the world. But you will have success. But if you want to have success, you need other people. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm a one man this and da-da-da when you have 1,000,001 fans. No. It's all of them that made you who you are, like, in that moment. Because if none of them knew you, only you, like, I hope that makes sense. It's just that if you separate yourself from the people that helped you get there, or the people that, and you make yourself alone, you drive yourself crazy. Like, you will drive yourself crazy. The Master with guilt. Again, because of all the people, maybe, I don't want to say that some of you feel like you might step on people to get to the top, but I know that you won't. I mean, I don't feel like that's, I mean, I know you, Libra, that's not something that you would ever do, but here with Master and guilt, I feel like some of the things that would take place will kind of bring on a lot. I also feel like some of you feel guilty because you've pulled away from God. God understands. God understands. And it's like, God doesn't care if you pull away. God will always be there. Because there's no judgment. God knows you're okay. None of this is real. None of this is real. All of it is made up. We made up money. We made up time. We made up buildings. We made up how. We made up everything. And that's what we keep doing as we go on. But God knows you're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong. You're totally fine. You're completely safe. Right? You wouldn't let your children run outside with knives. A lot of people like to say, oh, well, God likes to give us free will because... Exactly, we have free will. So why would we do anything that is wrong, yet he would allow? If he had the power to protect us from it, he wouldn't. So that means that there's nothing wrong. It's all a part of our imagination. I'm just kidding. All right, my loves, thank you so much for connecting with me and staying all the way until the end. If you did subscribe, thank you so much. Welcome to the Fam Bam. Really fast. Oh my God, why do I keep doing this all the way in the end? I'm giving a shout out this week to my little man. He started a YouTube channel about a year ago, and he's really excited about it. It's a plushies channel. It's called Super Mario Bros. I'll leave the link down below if you guys could do me a favor and go subscribe to his channel. I will love you guys forever. I already do, but thank you so much. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.